Big Sweert Gaming.
Hey everybody, this is Steven
And Emily.
from Big Sweert. This is the kind of the moment you've all been waiting for. Nothing else matters after this. You don't have to keep
It's true.
watching our channel anymore. It's
It's been
after
building to
N7
this,
day.
yeah.
Yeah, just this is the Mass Effect special.
Yeah. We've been waiting for this moment, and it's here.
Yes, this is the whole reason we started Big Sweert,
Yeah.
was to talk more about Mass Effect.
Yeah. Less about anything else useful.
Right. Um.
Right. So my number 5 favorite squad mate is. This is a tricky one because this is basically just me deciding between my Krogan family members. I'm gonna say Drac, my Krogan grandpa, is my number 5 favorite squad mate.
Get it.
Grumpy old man that you meet in Andromeda, just like wrecking shit by himself.
Knackmore Drac.
What a boss. And basically, his whole story is just like, I'm really old.
Great, that's his whole
That's
like character is
it.
like that's it. It's just him. He's just like, I'm old and I'm mad about it.
Yeah. That is the biggest mood. So I love him so much.
My number 5 is Kasumi from the Mass Effect 2 DLC.
Mm-hmm.
From I don't remember what DLC that one was. Oh, it was the Citadel DLC, wasn't it? No,
Yeah, I think so. Wait.
it was whatever one you steal stuff in.
Um,
But she was a thief lady.
Shadow Broker?
No, Shadowbroker was the one that focused on Liara, who does not make my top
Maybe?
5 list.
No, no. Ugh. Um, yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah,
Maybe
me
I didn't
neither.
even have that one because I feel like I played Mass Effect 2 on my 360 like 1,000 years later.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have any of the DLCs.
Oh man, Mass Effect 2, like it's it's not my favorite in the series anymore.
I really liked it, but it made me sad, which I'll get to later.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, number 4. My number 4 is Rex, my Krogan father.
Okay, are 5, 4, and 3 just Krogans?
I told you it's just a list of Krogans.
This is the
Literally,
best.
60% of this list is Krogans.
Yes.
Yeah, he's just cool. That's really,
Rex is my number 4 as well
yeah,
because just OG.
yeah.
In
And then
Mass
when he
Effect
comes
1,
back,
yeah.
I was
And
really excited.
yeah, in Mass Effect 1, my party was only like Commander Shepard, obviously, and then Rex and Garrus.
Yeah,
That
the
was it.
entire time. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not
So,
need anyone else.
no. It took me a long time to remember who the other ones were because they were literally the only ones I ever used.
Right.
Oh man, the best.
God, Garrus. Rex is so fucking good.
He's also just really funny.
He is. He's probably has the some of the best one-liners.
Yeah. Grumpy Krogans. So I'm gonna get a guess who my number 3 is.
It's Grunt probably. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Grunt, my Krogan son. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the whole family.
So Krogan Grandpa, Krogan Dad.
That like I feel like the Grunt storyline was one of the most like rewarding relationship storylines
Yeah,
for
that one
me.
was in Mass Effect 2. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, like Grunt's like the angsty teenage son for Commander Shepard. And of all like of all the like squad mates, I think his was probably like my favorite like loyalty mission in Mass Effect.
Mhm. In general.
Yeah.
Um, he also was the only one of my squad mates in my original playthrough that I didn't kill at the
Oh, and
end
the
by
suicide
accident.
mission?
So yeah.
Doesn't matter. He's the only one that needs to live. As long as the Krogan.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Krogan, live forever.
That's their whole point.
Okay, who's your number 3?
The opposite of their point. Thanks, Morden. My number 3 is Thane Krios.
Okay, yeah.
Who's the badass assassin dude that you meet once again in Mass Effect 2. It's like unanimous. Mass Effect 2 had the best squad mates, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Green Drell Boy. Love him. He's very emo.
That's why it was so good.
Yeah.
He was real emo.
It was.
He's like a pretty typical BioWare. Like, sad emo boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly. he was it. I related a lot to Thane whenever I was in like middle school, high school years.
Yeah, understandable.
I was like, oh, all he wants to do is kill people.
Yeah. Because he's sad.
Yup.
My number 2 is my weird one, because obviously my list of Krogan was not weird. Just really normal. Right. My number 2 favorite is Legion.
Yes.
I love Legion. I am so emotional about Legion.
Yeah, no, he's also my number 2.
Yeah. Like, any mention of Legion, like,
immediately
will probably make me cry.
Right. My Friday Night D&D character is basically Legion. Yeah, he is basically a hive mind of a bunch of souls.
Yeah. Same.
Right.
Oh,
like,
man.
Okay, but like he has such like a great story.
Yeah.
As like a character, because it's like part of his armor is like Shepard's original armor, and then like he hits you with lines like, does this unit have a soul? And I'm just like, bruh.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Be my best friend.
Yeah, you are the coolest. Mm-hmm. Aspect 2, after I got Legion, my party would switch between Garrus and Legion and Garrus and...
Yeah. It was just kind of like switching out those 3 all the time for me.
Which is all anybody really needs. Like, those are the people.
Yeah. And I feel like it's very obvious who our number 1 is.
Yeah. If they're... Yeah, I mean... Yeah, number 1 is unanimously Garrus.
Yeah. Space boyfriend, Batman.
Space Batman. Mm-hmm. Sexy lizard space Batman. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's my dad.
Those were our favorites, which are almost exclusively all the grumpiest men that we could possibly have.
Yeah, they're all angry boys.
Yeah.
Which is also how I played my Shepard. Let's see. So we went... Do we want to go into least favorites now?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Cool.
I don't really know an order to put these in.
No, they're just all trash.
Yeah. I feel like I have them divided into characters I actively hate and characters who bore me.
Yeah. Which is a very like... They overlap in that regard.
Yeah.
Oh, also that's tied true. For my number 2 favorite with Legion is also Morden.
Okay, but Morden is on my list of bottom 5.
Which is the wrong call.
Because I don't even know.
Eddie?
Like, I just don't like Solarian in general.
They're a weird race.
They're like the weird nerds.
The ones that you would beat up. They're Christian.
Christian's not a weird nerd.
No, he's
Christian's just a golden
You're right.
retriever.
Christian's completely normal.
The Solarians are like 90% of the guys I went to high school with, because I was in the like IB program, and they were all the like everyone ended up being a doctor.
Ugh, nerds.
Yeah. Over it.
All right, so number 5.
All this, yeah.
I think number 5 is for me is probably PB from Andromeda. She's kind of the worst character. Like I don't remember anything about her. I remember she's an Asari, and she like her whole thing is like she's trying to be super edgy.
Yeah.
I hate it.
She's just really obnoxious.
Yeah. She's never doing
she's on
anything.
my list, like, yeah.
She I feel like she's never doing anything to like help the squad, just like make everything a little bit worse.
Yeah. I feel like you meet her and you're instantly like, this person is obnoxious, and it doesn't get better.
It doesn't get better.
Like when you meet Korra in Andromeda, you're like, oh, this person is obnoxious, but then she gets better over time, and also
Right.
she's a good squad mate. PB, you're just
Right.
like, no, thank you.
That's how I feel about Liam. And
I also don't like Liam.
yeah.
I didn't put him on my bottom 5, but I don't like him either.
He's not on my bottom 5, but he's probably number 6.
And it's pretty disappointing because as like probably one of the more attractive character like romance options for
Right.
male characters, I was just like, your personality is the worst. I really wish that this wasn't this way.
Just stop being trashed.
Yeah. Be better.
In doing research for this episode, I looked up a lot of lists for like people ranking their like favorite Mass Effect characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I only found one where Garrus wasn't number 1. So I immediately threw it out.
Yeah, fair. It's the only opinion to have.
Right. So my number 5 is PB.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say Morden was my number 5 because like other than the fact that he just kind of annoyed me, there wasn't anything else like super wrong with him.
Right, like Morden would have been on my list if he didn't have that wicked sweet redemption arc in Mass Effect.
Yeah.
That part was
sad.
Was it. That was the moment, and I was just like, this dude. G.
I'm gonna like I feel like PB is way further down the list for me, so I'm gonna say my number 4 is Jacob. Because I literally can remember nothing about him.
My whole thing about Jacob is like I wanted to like him so much.
Yeah.
Like he just seems like a wicked sweet space bro. I'm like, yeah, this is the dude. And between him and like, I don't know, so my thing with Mass Effect 2 is like half of the squad mates are like freaking awesome. Like you obviously have Garrus, you have Grunt, you have Kasumi's in there, and then like Jack is pretty cool. But then you also have like Zaid, who's weird. He's the weird mercenary DLC dude, who's just basically the Krogan from Mass Effect Andromeda in human form.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like it has the best and worst squad mates.
Yeah.
So who was number 4?
My number 4, Jacob.
Jacob, that's right.
Yeah. Like, yeah, can't even remember once you say it because the note I wrote just said snooze because that's literally my whole opinion.
That's it. Yeah. He's not on my list, but I feel like he should be. Number 4 is Javik from Mass Effect.
I love Javik.
I want to love him so much because he's Prothean. He's like,
he's such a dick.
Like, yeah, he seems like he's gonna be so cool, and he's just like an asshole the entire game. And I'm like, bro, I've been an asshole for 2.5 games right now. That's my bit.
Yeah. Quit stealing my bit.
Yeah, that's it. Like that's my whole character arc. Get out of here.
uh,
Yeah,
I
and he's
just
weird too. Like, cause like his whole thing is like he's an ancient alien or whatever, and you're just like, cool, dude. Tell me more about your race. And then you had to like, every conversation with him is so drug out because
yeah.
it's always so slow, and I hate the way he talks. He's got 4 eyes, and he looks like a fucking bug.
But also you can have sex with him.
But you can romance Javik?
It's just like a fling. It's like
I don't.
a one night stand. That's
That
it.
makes me hate him even more.
It makes me so happy. It's like the one really happy thing that I love about Mass Effect 3.
Like, yeah, he's a bug. He's an
He's a bug man.
he's a
An educated bug man.
yeah.
From the dawn of time.
Yeah. From eons past.
Yeah.
You have Javik. Also, I'm looking at a picture of him right now, and his pupils are weird. His face is weird. His face looks like it should open up like the Predators, but it doesn't.
I've got to look. But also, he should have a monocle.
Yeah, like two. Like he should be wearing glasses on
Yeah.
the side of his face.
Two of them.
Yeah.
Someone draw that. If you're watching this and you could draw, please draw Javik with with glasses, but
On the
oh
side
my
of his
God,
head.
one side of his head. Okay, that was 4. Who's my 3? Ashley's my 3 because I always kill her in the first game.
So Ashley is my number 3, but it's not because I kill her. Because of the like the way they change the character so drastically.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 1 and 2, and then again in 3. Or no, they changed her from Mass Effect 2 to 3 so drastically. She was plain in Mass Effect 1 and 2.
See, and I don't know any of that because she's always dead.
Right. Well, see, I always kill Kaidan in Mass Effect.
And I kind of, I have conflicted Kaidan feelings. I had to romance him in Mass Effect 3 because Garrus was dead. And
oh, because you killed him in Mass Effect 2?
Yeah.
So my thing is like I would get up to the point where it's like, yo, you have to do the survival mission now, and then I'm just like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna go around and farm all the materials and everything that I need to get it so nobody dies. And I would look.
Yeah, I didn't know that at that point.
Yeah, like the first time that I loaded into the suicide mission and I watched somebody get like impaled while they were in the med lab, I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh no. I've also played it so that the first thing you do is go to the suicide mission. Like as soon as you can, you just go in and you do that with none of the upgrades, everyone dies.
Yeah. What can you do?
Replay it so that everyone lives.
And then you have to romance Kaidan.
No, you don't. You don't have to.
I like his Mass Effect 3 story though. I hate him in 2.
I don't know any of it. Is he just an asshole in 2?
In 2, he's an asshole because he's mad that you like came back from the dead and he didn't know.
Yeah, that actually does the same thing in Mass Effect 2.
Which is kind of like, I guess that kind of makes sense. Like, hey, we were like in love and also now you're not dead and you didn't tell me for however long. That's a bit of a dick move. Okay, fair.
Right, like, okay, but what was I supposed to do? Just like, hey, yo, I'm alive again.
What up, Kaidan? Not dead.
Right, exactly. That's a little bit sus, especially whenever you tell them you're working with the elusive man.
Yeah, but also, yeah, like fair point to Shepard is they were dead.
Right,
So, like,
exactly.
cut me a little slack. I died, and now I'm not dead anymore.
Right. First off, move on. Second, I was dead.
Yeah.
So that was number 3.
Yeah.
Who was number
2. I'm gonna put Morden as my PB as my number 2.
Oh,
Which I've already
did I say
talked
number
about.
3? Ashley.
You said Ashley was also your number 3.
Yeah.
And then we just talked about Caden
Number
instead
2.
of Ashley because Caden's so boring. Or
Yeah.
Ashley's so boring.
Yeah.
Um,
PB is number 2
PB's my number 2, yeah.
because of the same reasons I put her as number 5, because she's boring and just
Because she's obnoxious.
yeah. So the whole time, that's all she is.
Yeah.
Like that's her whole character arc. Like her whole character is like being obnoxious, and like you said, it does not get better.
No.
I feel like we're gonna be you're gonna disagree with me on this one, but number 2 for me is James Vega from
I love
Yeah.
James Vega. I love him.
From
So
Mass Effect
much.
3.
I really don't like that Shepard, like, basically, like, sexually assaults him.
Does that happen?
That's, like, a thing that can happen.
Oh my
It's not
god.
very cool.
Not at all.
But I love James Vega.
He is also he's just space meathead. That's it. Like
Yeah.
it's like if they ever make a Mass Effect movie, they just need to make The Rock play James Vega. And they'll just voice it over with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
And his terrible Hispanic accent.
Just get Freddie Prinze Jr. to play the voice of every dumb meathead man that I love, because he's also the Iron Bull in Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
Big man that goes smash.
Yeah. He's so Freddie Prinze Jr. is just like he's like a he's Chris Evans from another dimension.
Yeah.
They shouldn't exist in the same timeline. Because
No.
they're both, as far as I know, good people. I've never heard anything bad about Freddie Prinze Jr., but he's just like, I don't know, just a poor man's Chris Evans.
But also he's just like out there doing the weird shit that Chris Evans would not ever be doing.
Right, exactly. They're like,
Like,
hey, we need Chris Evans on Freddie Prinze Jr. budget.
yeah.
And they're just like, you got it.
Yeah. I love it. I love it a lot. What's that? You were Fred in Scooby-Doo? You'll be perfect for this role of
Perfect.
large
Hey,
angry man.
Can you get Matt Lillard to maybe do some voice work for us?
It's too good.
I love that.
Yeah, well,
So-
what? Yeah, other than him just being a meathead, was that your whole number 2 reason?
He's just annoying meathead. I never had him in my squad. I don't think I ever actually talked to him ever.
I feel like he's one of those characters that, like, I never really took anywhere, but I always went to talk to him immediately.
Oh, in between any mission, I always went and talked to every squad mate. To the point where Garrus would just be like, I have calibrations to do.
Yeah, and you'd be
The
mad
nicest
about it?
the nicest possible way to tell you to fuck off.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, Freddie Prinze Jr., if you watch this, I think you're great and sponsor this podcast.
We love you.
Yeah.
Keep voicing the dead men that we love.
Yes. If you sponsor this podcast, I'll add James Vega to my squad and Mass Effect 3 my next playthrough. Just for you, bud.
My number 1
Most
maybe is
Least favorite.
your number 1. Yeah, my least favorite character.
okay.
I know you also don't like this person. Liara.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Least like I hate her. I can't say like the most interesting thing about her was the Shadowbroker DLC. That was it for me.
Like, she could have had a cool story because she's an Asari.
Right. Also, I forgot to put Edie on that list, but she's definitely on there.
Yeah. Edie's just a weird. I liked Edie.
I liked her as the ship's AI, but as a squad mate, it was just weird. Because it was just like, cool. So I'm walking around with Joker's sex robot.
Mm-hmm.
That was no, like, I don't think she brought anything to the team. Yeah, no, Liara is my number one least favorite character in all of Mass Effect.
Yeah. My note for Liara just said go away, so apparently that's just how I feel.
That's it. Yeah. 100%. I hate her. She's my least favorite character. She's my least favorite squad mate.
Yeah.
My favorite character is the news reporter that you can punch in the face in Mass Effect.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I will always take the option to punch her in the face.
And like, if you have a choice between Tali and you have a choice between Liara, why are you gonna want to be friends with Liara?
Right. Yeah, Tali Zora, obviously.
Yeah.
I romanced Tali in Mass Effect 2 and 3. Or actually, I think you could only romance her in 3. Also, unrelated, Biden needs 6 points to win.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like it's good. Your favorite squad mates, least favorite squad mates. What's next?
I have the list of. Oh, you wanted to do weirdest squad mates, but I feel like we talked about Edie.
Yeah, we did. That was it.
That was it.
Weirdest squad mates.
I mean, like when you've got Hive Mind Robot.
Legion's not weird though. He's awesome.
Yeah, and you've got fancy alien man from the dawn of time.
Yeah, and there's weird cat alien from Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah.
Jaw, whatever his name
is. Wait till I get to all of the Angara that I am in love with, because there's a long list.
Oh God, is it just the planet?
It's just the whole planet.
Yeah.
The really disappointing thing is that like Jol is such a soft boy with a lot of emotions, which is not my bag.
He could have been such a cool character. He was cool, but
yeah,
he should have been angry boy.
Yeah. So there's a lot of angry boy Angara that I am like deep in the obsessive hole about.
Deep in.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So what's next? What's the next thing we're going over?
Characters I wish were on my squad.
Characters you wish were on your squad.
This is entirely characters from Mass Effect Andromeda, because I spend a lot of time thinking a lot about all of the random characters in Andromeda.
That was the best game in the series.
I'm in love with them. It really is. Number one, the first character that I was immediately in love with, that I'm so disappointed didn't end up being a companion in that game, is Tyrion Kandros.
I don't remember him.
He's like the head of the army or whatever on
the Angara planet.
No, I'll get to him. He is also on my list. It's basically, if you're the head of an army in Mass Effect, automatically I'm in love with you.
Right. Basically, if you run an army and you're an angry boy.
Yeah. So on the Nexus, like the militia on the Nexus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's the head of that. Yeah. He's a Turian.
That's why.
He's the shit. Yeah. Sometimes I just go and talk to him, even though he has nothing interesting to say.
Literally nothing.
Yeah. He's very handsome.
It's just easy to look at.
Good boy. My number 2 is Ephrata Turshav, which is the military leader of Angara. He is a very angry boy.
it's just all military generals.
Yeah. That's all I need.
Just angry people who are in charge of a bunch of other angry people.
Yeah. Like his entire thing is that he's just like telling you what to do and he's mad all the time. And I love him so much.
I get it.
He's the best.
I don't have a list for this. This is just me commenting weird
On all of
obsession.
mine.
Yeah.
Oh man. So Tavos in Andromeda is the Angara that is like initially part of the like rebellion group.
I remember him.
And then you tell him that he has like the soul of some ancient female hero, and you take him on this magic quest basically.
On a vision quest, yeah.
Yeah, you take Tavos on a vision quest, and then he decides that aliens aren't that bad. Is basically what happens.
Basically,
you cure
he's
his
racist.
racism.
Yeah, you cured his racism.
Yeah. And I love it. You don't cure Axul's racism. He's like the bad guy of all of the Angara, but I also still just love him.
Is he also on your list of people you wish could have a squad?
He does. Yeah. You cure his racism and then you get him on your squad. That's my ideal situation.
Got it.
That's my Angara list. Avidus Rix is the Turian Pathfinder, if you choose to make him a Pathfinder in the end, and I love him.
Nice.
And you basically adventure with him to do the whole Turian arc quest.
I'm really sad that we didn't get a lot of the DLC that we were originally supposed to get for Andromeda. Because first off, Andromeda, again, best game in the series.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't agree, why are you still here?
Right. But because then we didn't get anything with like the Quarians or anything like that. No mention of like the Geth whatsoever. And it's not like they would just not be there.
Yeah. Like the Quarian questline was probably going to be so interesting.
Right. I would have loved that.
Because the Quarians, they're dope.
They're one of my favorites. So we talk about the Solarians, fucking weird frog people.
Yeah. Don't care about them.
First off, I don't like frogs.
No.
Actually, frogs are okay.
I like sentient frogs.
I don't like animals that have... There needs to be a cap on most animal sentience. Frogs are at the bottom of the list.
Except the Angara. Just keep all the angry ones.
Well, that's because they're just cat people.
Yeah.
Which is... I think that's why I don't like the Angarans so much, because they're cat people, and I cannot stand people. They're space furries, Emily.
Yeah. But the angry ones are just really good.
They're angry space furries, got it.
They're angry.
It's the anger that makes them okay.
Yeah. It's really what we're going for here. Then my last one is a weird one, but it's Bane Masani, who is literally, for the most of Mass Effect Andromeda, just a guy talking to you over your, like, comms.
You just want him to do ASMR for you?
You do this whole quest where you're just like following his instructions around this whole planet, and he calls you like little duck, and then your writer gets really mad about it. I love him so much.
I forgot that was the Pathfinder's last name was Ryder.
Yeah.
Until you just said it. This whole time I've been trying to think of what it was. Because I remembered Shepard. I mean, that just ingrained into my brain, but...
Yeah.
Ryder. Good.
Yeah. He's like a private, like, security contractor gone, like, cat hunter, just hanging out by himself.
And then he just keeps calling you little duck.
Yeah.
I love this.
Like, let him be my friend.
Just let him be in like the
Yeah.
squad. He doesn't even have to like just let him hang out. Doesn't even have to do anything.
Yeah. No. Give him like the job of just like calling everybody on the intercom all day.
Yeah, exactly. Just so we can listen to him talk.
This like made me think of my absolute favorite. Okay, my favorite thing about Andromeda and just any of the Mass Effects in general, really, is the email system where
Uh,
people are just sending you emails.
oh yeah, that was really weird. Like I loved it, but I hated it at the same time
Love
because
it.
I like felt responsible to like check them on a regular basis. That was a weird bit. Good one, but weird one.
Basically, you could take that list, you could type it up, and you'd have like an accurate representation of my archive of our own search history for Mass Effect fanfiction.
It's just Rider X, like Rider Cross, and whatever character.
Like, I'm laughing, but this is not a joke. This is actually literally my life.
This is
To
real life.
compile this list, I just went through all my like bookmarked fanfiction to be like, all right, which ones are the ones?
Oh, it's good. Hey, BioWare, sponsor this podcast.
Sad. Sad times. Hmm. Well, from that unfortunate moment, I had like Mass Effect story moments that wrecked you as the next thing.
They're the only one that like completely wrecks me is where Mordin dies in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
That one like rocks me so hard every single time. Or whenever you find out the Solarians are responsible for like the Krogans not being able to reproduce and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Alien eugenics is still bad.
Yeah. Bad times. Well, I have the obvious when all my friends in Mass Effect 2 were dead. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's not great.
Um, Number two, in Mass Effect 2, any of the times that the characters find out Shepard's still alive, that's like an
So
exciting
bad.
emotional moment.
That's rough every time.
Yeah. It's like one of those weird, like really emotional, not really sad, not really happy moments for
Yeah,
me.
it's like it sucks every time and it
Yeah.
happens several times.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, you know how bad this sucked the first time?
It's gonna keep happening. And then my last one is that like whole scene at the end of Andromeda, when you go, is it to Eos?
Ye... Is it Eos or
No.
Eos from Mass Effect?
So the part when you go there and you're like about to have that final battle with the Archon, um, there's that moment, and it's like a big Marvel cinematic moment, basically, when all your friends that you've made for the whole game all show up to help you
Yeah.
in like all their own ships, and it's all
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, and you're like giving them the finger guns kind of thing.
it's very end game.
Yeah.
Whenever Captain America says Avengers Assemble, that's your
Yeah.
Avengers Assemble moment.
Yeah. And it like that's the one that just like
Yeah.
every time I'm like, I have so many feelings about this moment.
Right. It's very emotional. Like it's like this is what all of this like entire game has been building up to with me like
Mm-hmm.
the relationships with these people so that they would be super cool and this would happen.
Yeah.
So I think one of mine I was just thinking about it is like it sucks. Like how I hate Ashley and I hate Caden as the characters. They're fucking terrible. But in Mass Effect 3, whenever they just get like at the beginning, when they just get absolutely fucking the shit kicked out of them, and then they're in the hospital for like a whole like a third of the game, and I'm just like, oh wow. That's
Yeah.
every time you go to the hospital and you see them. You also see Thane Krios there getting
Yeah.
treatment for his sickness, and I'm just like, fucking hurts. Don't make me keep seeing this.
Yep. 2 sad times.
Or in Mass Effect 3. So in Mass Effect 1, if you romance Ashley, and then in Mass Effect 2, if you romance Tali, in Mass Effect 3, Ashley gets super mad at you about it.
Yeah.
Because she was a complete like asshole to you in the second game, and you're just like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna go to the person who's like been super chill and awesome throughout all 3 games and hang out with them and like be in a relationship with them, and then she's just mad. She's big mad.
Yeah. See, because my thing was that I romanced Caden. Caden got big mad at me for not being dead. So I romanced Garrus, obviously.
As you should.
Garrus dies. Then Caden's doing the whole, what the hell is going on? What was this whole thing I hear about you and Garrus? And you're like, well, he's dead now, my dude. So
He's dead. Thanks for being sensitive.
yeah. Sad times. So I think my plan for N7 Day, I was going to play Mass Effect 2 and make all terrible choices, but it's not installed.
So you would start installing
Xbox.
it now, and it would be done by like next Wednesday.
Yeah. So that's not gonna happen.
Rough. I could install it and do that, but I will be at a wedding on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because that's something that's happening in
It's
America.
apparently happening. Yep.
It shouldn't.
And yet it is.
Yep. It's happening.
So if you are out there and you have a favorite or least favorite character, or a character that you love that isn't a companion and you wish was.
Basically, Emily wants to know if you have anybody who wants to be on your bang list.
Yeah. If you have good fanfic recommendations, hit me up with those.
Yeah, drop those in the comments.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for.
That's it. That's the whole reason. That's the whole reason we've.
That was it.
So,
yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that covers everything that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah. And that is another N7 Day.
When do you think we'll get another Mass Effect game?
I have no idea. Oh, that's a thing to talk about, though. Are you fairly convinced that on N7 Day they're going to announce the remasters?
No, I don't think they'll announce them. Not yet. I mean, it would be smart to announce it now, and then they could get all the sales for Christmas.
Yeah.
Especially if they did it as like a launch title for next gen, but I don't think they will. Because EA hates us.
Yeah.
EA, if you see this, don't sponsor this podcast.
You can sponsor just me on this podcast. I'd be fine.
You can sponsor just Emily. I hate you. I think you're trash people. BioWare, love you.
Yeah. Break up with your boyfriend, BioWare, and get us instead.
Or whatever Ariana Grande said.
Because we're bored and we want more Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no anticipation of there being a new Mass Effect game for
at least
like
halfway in the next gen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that hurts my heart.
Me too. but remasters will be cool.
Yeah. Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
I gotta go take care of my dogs. They're being annoying.
Well, happy N7 day,
Happy N7 day.
people.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
I don't have a ending tagline for this, so
Nope. Also, whatever the fucking rat things are in Mass Effect, not a pet.
not a pet. Nothing in Mass Effect is a pet,
That's not true. You can get a
except
hamster.
the fish or the hamsters.
Yeah.
That's it.
And